Good afternoon, everybody. As you can clearly tell, I'm back home. I just got back here a day or so ago. It's January 30th. I got a little bit more wheat to haul, some lentils to haul, and some fertilizer to bring back. As you can see, it's like spring here. It was up to 16 degrees Celsius and beautiful spring weather for January. Awesome when you're coming back from Hawaii. Definitely welcome that. Quite a big change from when we left, and it was minus 50 degrees Celsius. So again, this is what causes issues in your bins, is when you have these massive temperature swings. We're just about ready to move here. A little update. We're put concrete today in the wash bay. I did not do a video of that. Because not everybody who was working in there, when there was everybody working in there, wanted to be on video, so you have to respect that. Hopefully we can do a tour though at some point. I gotta move. There we go. Some other things that we're doing is we're cleaning seed, and we're still working on bushings. Donovan should be down there with Will right now. They're gonna start working on that drill. My drill there, my brother's. 3 drills are still up in the yard. When it was at minus 40 and 50 degrees Celsius stuff, we obviously weren't working outside. But now that it's really beautiful out, we're back to working outside. Also, update on the UCX U-Trop conveyor here is Backhoe came out with an all-wheel drive option. This one doesn't have it, but this one just has the, I'll show you. This one's drive wheel is right here, which I just kept getting stuck. Like, it is actually problematic when you're trying to go through any sort of snow and slippery conditions. But they come out with an all-wheel drive, so that way it also drives off both your back tires and the drive wheel, which is, I think it would be awesome. I haven't used it yet, but I like the idea of an all-wheel drive because the system that it is here doesn't work very good. But it will cost you like another $5,000 or $6,000 to put that on. So it's not cheap, I guess. But I really do like this conveyor. We'll finish loading here, and hopefully we can get over to the drill over there and see what we're doing for bushings. It's the plan, Stan. Stan plan. All right, we just made it up to Gull Lake. The brand spanking new Richardson terminal they just built up here. We're just getting probed. So it is 14 degrees there. They're calling for some 21 degrees, you guys. That's unheard of. 21 degrees in January? I don't think we'll get that warm, but we might. We gotta move forward here. We might, because there's no snow. I guess it always helps if I put my truck in gear. Always helps. Yeah, so there's no snow. So that way the ground absorbs the heat from the sun. So you never know, we might get pretty warm. I don't know. It's crazy. It's crazy how 2 weeks ago we were record-breaking temperatures, coldest place on planet Earth, basically. 2 weeks later, and now we might be touching Maui, Hawaii temperatures in January. And then we wonder why we have trouble keeping grain in our bins. Man, those are crazy temperature swings. Oh, man. All right, let's swing into the terminal here. So I totally forgot to get over there to where the guys were working on the drill. I got in a hurry and I was like, oh, I gotta get going before because the terminal closes at 6 p.m. up here. And it's like 5 or something right now. So I'm a little early. I could have made it over to the drill, but I forgot. But we'll get over there tomorrow. Maybe I'll either piece this video in. Yeah, I'll piece this video in. We'll get over there tomorrow and take a look at some bushings. That way you guys can have like the full update. Isn't this beautiful weather though, you guys? This is freaking awesome. Loving this. So yeah, this is over by Carmichael, Saskatchewan. Gull Lake, Carmichael, basically all the same thing, same area you're coming to. And I love this terminal because it smells so new. Everything about it's new. You go inside, it smells new. You got a nice coffee maker in there. Got the full scale with the 2 pits. Not really 2 pits, it's more like a drag, but you don't have to move off your scale. I love it. Now, if this was a busy place, there isn't. This is Southwest Saskatchewan, so it's not like there's a ton of trucks coming out of here. Even if you get a good crop, they would have multiple bays. Not just one, but maybe they have 2 bays like this. But I guess they don't really need it because, let's be honest, we barely get a crop. 3 times out of 5. 3 times out of 10. Okay, I can't remember where I parked. There should be a little mark on this white wall somewhere. No? Okay, well, I think we're there. All right, let's dump our air out of this truck. Get ready to go. And once you get your weights, there, start offloading. Oh, sorry about that. I better switch hands here. The reason why I dump my air is because if you're dumping your grain super fast and you have a lot of weight on your bags, they'll overextend and you can rupture them. That's why. I was gonna say these aren't pits, they're just drags. So you can fill them up and make a mess if you're not paying attention. Oh, come on. One hand here, come on. So this is about how fast they're drag and keep it away. Still pretty good. Oh. All right, I'll come back and I'm gonna go dump this trailer and I'll come back, sweep that up and air up my truck. Oh man, like 30 minutes later, sorry I got distracted and got visiting and I was drinking coffee in there because there's like no other trucks behind me and it's like closing time and I'm a visitor, what can I say? Anyways, we are heading home and tomorrow hopefully we can do a little bit of a video on the drills and I can show you guys what we're actually doing to those bushings and how many bushings we're changing and how they're coming out and how they're not coming out and what kind of job that is. So I will see you then. All right, so next day here, obviously. Oh, it's mucky. Walking down to this drill, see if we can figure out how the bushings are going. Oof. I guess I should be wearing some boots. This is January, believe it or not. It's crazy, crazy. 2 weeks ago, we were the coldest place on planet Earth, like I already told you that. And there was places that hit 21 degrees. Like yesterday or the day before. Crazy. All right. The downside to it being melting is water. So this is our portable shop, and obviously they have to pull all these off, and it's a big, sloppy, muddy job. I was actually hoping that Donovan and Will were going to be here, but apparently our timing is impeccable because it's lunchtime. Now I would stick and wait around for them, but I have to keep going. It'd actually be better for this job if it stayed below 0. Otherwise, your butt is sitting in a pool of mud and water. And you'd be like, well, Mike, why don't you just put some plywood under there? Well, you could, but you'd have to lay everything in plywood and then put your openers down, I guess, which could be possible because your openers have to be down when you're pulling the bushings off. because you're literally pulling the openers apart. You have to pull the hose clamps off. Half of them are rusted down. You got to pop the hose out. Hoses don't like to pop out when they're cold, FYI. Once you do that, you got to try to get these pins pounded out. Get the bolts off, get that bolt pounded out. You got to pull the cylinder pin, pop that out. And the packer wheels have got to come off because we already had to do some work to those packer wheels. So then you're just going to have these arms. Then technically there's a bushing up in here. And then there is, oh yeah, this bushing. So there's actually 5 bushings on the whole opener. We're only going to change 3. And that is this big one. The one with this pin is missing. Here, I'll take you to a complete unit over here. This one. We're changing this one. And we're changing this big one. And then this one. That's 3. And then there would be, technically there's one in here. And then there's one here. We don't need to do that. One of these is steel. I'm not sure which one. There's really no wear on that at all. But the problem is, and the reason why we're doing it, well, this is a pretty poor example because everything's loose. But basically, when this thing is up in the air, it's sloppy because you're wearing your bushings out. Basically, it just will do this going down the field. And once it wears through these nylon bushings, it actually start wearing into your cast. And that's where things get bad. Right here. These are the bushings. See if we can find some. There's little short ones too. So this would be for 1 pin. Okay. This is 1 pin. And then here's this little bigger one here. I believe he's 1 pin. I believe. I'm not the one under the ground doing that. I'm pretty much hauling grain. Here's the new ones. The little ones. And then we had to make some tooling. We actually went to a machine shop and got some different tooling kits made up. Some more in here if I can get this out. Here's your different. These are just the pins that they're popping out here. Where is? Oh yeah, here's another tooling piece. Here's another tooling piece. So these have threads on them inside. So you thread these on. You thread these on here like this, basically. And then you can whack. So we have different tooling kits. So that way we can not wreck any of our threads on our bolts, okay? Essentially. And we tried cutting them out. Didn't work. It actually works better to pound them out. If Donovan was here, which he's not, we're gonna have to wait until he comes back for another video. We'll just get under here and we'll all start working on these puppies. Don't worry, we're only 30% done my first drill, and then we still have another drill, not the one that's winged up. It's unwinged over there. Still have to get done. So there is a ton of work to do bushings. And yes, I know it's just this U-clamp here is broke as well. So it's not an easy job. It's, to be honest, it's not a fun job. And it would obviously be a lot better if we had a shop. We do not have a shop to put these drills in. So we get cold. We try and sit on stuff to keep your butt dry. But we will come back to this and get another update and figure out exactly how all the tooling kits work. This is a piece of a tooling kit. Yeah, it's threaded on. And then they pound on this and they can pop it right out. Mike, why don't you do the other 2 bushings? Because one of these is steel. Might be this one. And it just doesn't need it. And the other one is just really hard because you actually have to pull this whole thing off in order to... It's just, it nearly doubles our workload again. So, and Terry did all his, my older brother, he did all 5 of his. And he's even the one who said, I don't think it's worth doing those other 2. It's not really needed. There's not enough wear on them for the amount of work that you put into it. So, I'm going to take his word for it. Okay, guys. I got to get cracking again. I'm on deadlines, so we'll come back and we'll get an updated video, don't you worry. And maybe we'll all get under here and we'll just start hammering it away, and we'll see how fast we can change bushings here. All right, I'll catch you on the flipper.